The Last of Us Part 2 is a game which, among many of its themes, posits what's more important, living in the now, the present, or thinking of the future? Or in other words, protecting what you love most, or protecting the future, protecting the entire civilization as a whole. Both Ellie and Abby's views on this originate from factors out of their control, namely, Joel. Joel's action in killing the Fireflies and saving Ellie took away almost everything Abby loved: her home, her father, and her innocence. Without these things anchoring her to the present, she adopted this future-forward mindset of the Fireflies, willing to do anything to secure a brighter future, even if that meant killing a young girl in Ellie and taking revenge on Joel. On the other hand, it made Ellie's decision for her. Her sacrifice play was taken completely out of her hands, and she was given a safe environment to live in and develop close ties with people close to her, anchoring her in the present. She had things she was afraid to lose, and as such, didn't want to do anything that could put this present in jeopardy, even if it meant a better future. It was only when Joel was suddenly ripped away from her that this illusion that her present moment was safe, that the people and things in her life were unchanging, immovable, that she then took action. However, it was in taking action that she herself put her present life in jeopardy, and that is because more and more her head is becoming rooted in the past and the future, not in the present. This is shown time and time again, such as refusing to go back to Jackson with Dina, as revenge was more important than her love for Dina and the protection of their future child. The image of Joel's death haunting her, mocking her, reminding her that nothing she holds sacred will ever be safe. And as such, she redirects this fear into the future, this future of killing Abby, of getting revenge, which is somehow symbolic of her securing the safety of her present, of those she holds dear, no matter the cost to others, no matter the cost to her own soul. This is shown most vividly when killing the Doctor, and during the epilogue, when Ellie and Abby fight. Literal memories of Joel clouding her vision as she is drawn to this violence, for she is not living in the present, beating these people in the present, but beating her own past trauma, killing us along with these people. It's only when she remembers Joel's life, not his death, that she let Abby go, that she realised that her present is always in flux, and no amount of revenge can ever secure that. Meanwhile, Abby is shown to be vehemently attached to the present, going from action to action, place to place, person to person, with little planning or expected outcomes. This is shown in multiple ways, but the most telling is her helping Yara and Lev. She goes to the aquarium to locate her friend, Owen. Owen had recently been ousted from their group, the WLF, for killing one of their own. Why was this? He had killed the other WLF member for threatening to kill a child, despite this child being a part of an enemy faction. This is something Abby builds upon by saving and helping two members of this enemy faction, Lev and Yara. This shows that Abby is clearly thinking about the future and not the present or the past. She is thinking of the future survival of these two. She could have simply saved them from their imminent danger, going with her present forward mindset that she adopted for the majority of the first act of her gameplay, which she originally did, saving them from the infected which were chasing them. But instead she goes back and offers them safe harbour and transport away from the city so that they could live a safer future, even going so far as to kill some of her own with reckless abandon just to save these two. Much like Ellie, Abby takes her ideology to the utter extreme, not even flinching to kill those she once called her friends, just to secure the future safety of these two people she was trying to help, not thinking at all about the present moment and the screams of those she was killing. This also depicted in the epilogue, where Abby lets her guard down after hearing hopeful news from the Fireflies, and thusly letting herself get kidnapped. It is in this moment which Abby is humbled, accepting Ellie's help and refusing to fight her, wanting only to move on and take care of Lev, thinking of Lev in the present moment over her dreams of joining the Fireflies, and protecting the Fireflies from people such as Ellie. as she only dares to fight Ellie once Lev is threatened. This sort of temporal displacement is something I myself have experienced. There have been times I've been so rooted in thinking of the future, of the perfect person I could be, and the things I could be doing to get there, that I often forget about the present, the people that care about me, and the things I care about doing. In these moments, I can feel distant from myself, as though displaced in time from my current situation, as if I were living in the future and looking back at my current self. But much like Abby and Ellie, I too have experienced growth. Partly through this game, in showing me these themes and showing how they worked through it, but also just through letting myself live in the present, just drinking in everything that you can enjoy. This is something I felt with the game, where the most enjoyable moments for me were just walking around and enjoying the scenery and the beautiful art design.